Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Butterwhat Show. I'm your co-host. I am Brian's co-host, Pat Regan, and this is my co-host, assistant to the regional co-host, BrianCMoses.com. How are you doing
Hi,
today,
everybody.
Brian?
I'm doing pretty good. Should I get my name legally changed to that?
Yes, for
Would
sure.
Dot be my middle name?
We're gonna look at a couple of things on YouTube and the internet here. It's mostly woodworking projects, I guess.
Yeah.
But the first one, I've been watching this gentleman, Brian, this Workshop Junkies for quite a few months now. He's got some interesting. He works in a tiny garage. It looks like a storage unit, and he tries to
Okay.
cram as many power tools. And he's got this neat table in the middle where he hides a little table saw, a chop saw, and some other tools that all fold in and out. It's really neat. But today we're
Interesting.
looking at he's got this shelf cabinet thing that turns into a workbench. And I think it's fascinating. And I guess he did a build video earlier. Today's video is he's adding these gas struts to make it more, not move as fast and not hit you in the
Less
face.
less precarious.
Much less precarious. And it's like you can see here, it's a cabinet where you can store stuff in it. There's no
Yep.
hardware on the doors, so you can, if you use it as a work surface,
It's
you're
nice
not
and
going to have
smooth.
little handles in the way or anything.
Yep.
I think it's fantastic. It's from Woodshop Junkies on YouTube. You should check it out for sure. I would like one of these in my garage.
Yeah, check it
Or
out. And let's put a couple of your favorite videos of his in the video description.
I could do that. I could definitely do that. Yeah, I don't want one of. I changed my mind. I don't want one of these in my garage. Just make all the walls, just the whole thing, 10 of them.
It'd be a big work table. I've got the Reddit thread. He's
Does it say?
newcabbages.
Sounds delicious.
Uh, I'm not a huge cabbage fan, but I do like beers, so
You do like
I think
beer.
this
I've
is
heard this about
fantastic.
you. This is. Yeah, I would have thought this was like one of those wine refrigerators that I always used
Yeah.
to see on TV. But he made a wood frame to go around it, and he did it on a CNC machine like mine. He has a Shapeoko. I don't know
Okay.
exactly which version. But he did these neat, this joinery that looks like kind of like puzzle pieces.
Yeah, it's real interesting looking.
And I would love to parameterize this. I think that's really cool. Here's his first attempt. It's a little loose. You have to, anytime you CNC stuff, you have to tweak your tolerances a bit to get things to fit just like you want them to fit. Yeah, it looks like he has a Shapeoko 4. That's probably an exit. And I'm surprised. If I did this, I would have tried to just cut the ends of two boards to match this. But he's machining the entire panel out of larger boards. I
Okay.
think that's interesting. But it's a pretty simple project, but it's really cool. I would have never thought to do joinery like this.
Yeah.
I might make up an OpenSCAD
You could
script
make a
to
you could
generate
make a
these.
frame for that awesome Butterwet logo over your shoulder.
Ooh, the one that's lit up over here?
The with the fancy lighting. We could put the museum style lighting beneath it.
But this is Mr. Cabbage's really cool little frame here.
What's up next?
What is up next is this is not. I don't know that this is actually a Shapeoko. I don't know when a machine becomes a different machine. And this is all I have is this cartoon that he's rendered here. It looks like it's rotoscoped, but it isn't. It's just a filter. But it looks like a lot of Shapeoko parts here, but a different router and this. This old Tony taught me what kind of tooling this is. Taper tooling.
Okay.
And he's got a. Can we full screen that? Automatic tool change. It drops the tool off, and that little looks 3D printed, but it probably isn't. And then it goes and grabs the next tool.
Oh, interesting.
So when you're CNCing something, usually you might go over it with one giant, mean, angry end mill to take out all sorts of material, and then you might switch to a smaller end mill or maybe a ball end mill to
To
make
finish it
curvy
up.
features and stuff. Yeah, and then come back with a third end mill to actually carve the piece out of the material.
Okay.
Oh, Jenkins Robotics. I don't remember seeing that either. Yeah, Jonathan Jenkins is the
Jonathan
gentleman who
Jenkins.
uploaded this 18 days ago.
So what do? We get a sequence of tools and just lay it out, and it goes to the first one, does its paths and then goes to the next one, or
Yeah, you would have some kind, either in your control software, you'd have some kind of a macro that picks up
okay,
it up, or your, the equivalent of your controller, your controller board would know which moves to make to go pick up the next tool. And
yeah,
you get to measure all this stuff ahead of time, so you would know how high each tool, like if one was shorter than another, you could program all that in somehow, depending on your software. But G
yeah,
code has a tool change command.
okay,
So you can tell it, I want tool 1, I want tool 2, I want tool 3, and you program that. You do all that in your CAM software. I don't know if the Duet 3 in this title is the control board that he's using, or if it's the Gerbil board that's in. I'm unprepared here, Tubby. I'm doing my best.
you're doing a good job.
But I'm a little jealous. I would love to have a little tool chain. And you guys should check out our friend Alex has a couple of videos published up on the Carbide 3D YouTube
Yeah,
channel, where he does a step-by-step tutorial on how to use Carbide Create. That's the software that ships with the Shapeoko and the Nomad. And he basically takes you through your first CNC project from start to finish.
Alex's learning content is fantastic. I bet I could go over to his house and see something just following along with what he's created,
But Alex's videos are fantastic. If you're new to CNCing,
or curious about it.
yeah,
I
you
want to
should
know how
definitely
much
check
work
it
it would
out.
take. Yeah.
This first video is all cam, and then the second part, I hope there's a link to it right here. Oh, good, there's a link to part 2. We'll skip to the end, Alex. I hope you don't mind. Previews here. Shadow is a good cat. She's very friendly. She sits in my lap, which is nice.
All of Alex's pets like Pat better than they like me.
It's true. I'm very friendly. Yeah, see there, he did a manual tool change to go to that V bit. Yeah, 3 tools he's using too, just like we were talking about. What do you think, Tubby? Have we done a good job on that episode there?
I think we have.
What do you find folks out there in YouTube land think? Did Brian and I do a pretty good job today? If we did, you can let us know by hitting that like button down there, or maybe you want to leave us a comment and let us know if we're doing a good job. And if we didn't do a good job, that's something you can leave in the comments too. You can tell us why we were wrong, what we did wrong, how stupid we are. You can tell everybody you don't like my haircut.
We live stream the recording of these episodes on the first Tuesday of every month, and we're inviting you to come join us. Make sure you subscribe to the Butter What channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on future live streams and episodes.
You don't even have to wait until the next live stream. You can come and hang out with us in Discord and participate in our community over there. There's a link in the description. So if you want to check that out, you can definitely do that. For tuning in, and I hope we get to see you next time.